Got a couple new ones upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hey, Rocket! Son, 180!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shot. At midfield at the 50-yard line. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here you go, man.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 16. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Come back, come back. Richmond, Richmond. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Get there. That's it, baby. That's it.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rivers now on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34.
Hey. Load it. Hey, Rocket.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Let's go. Hey!
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. And they'll go on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think
and for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Rocket!
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And a cut. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Watson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Richmond.
Again, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. T.Y. McGill able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second is Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Just
a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Richmond.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
4 down, 4 down. Mike.
A second down throw for Rivers. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers going deep for Benjamin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now out comes Houston. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll run it here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st down, Watson. Flushed out right. And incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Green and hot.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Watson on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Fighting his way through contact. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
3 down. Hey, 10. Move, hey.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The Texans were penalized 124 times last year, 3rd most in the NFL, and now they come up 1st and 15.
Come back. Down. Move, 80.
off of play action. It's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Now Watson operating from the gun. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson now from the gun, he'll throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off right around. The 43. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Check, green 80, Delta!
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Defense doing their job. Really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense. No gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up over there.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Here's Watson to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Third and 2, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. He's at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans get a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Gordon.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Gone!
The first throw for the backup, Davis Webb. Now he's flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
And they'll go on the ground across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now that'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Back 22.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Texans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 19. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Sturgis for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll run it here. And some room to roam now. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Houston, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brent.